and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about what's in my diaper bag. If you've never been to my channel before, please take a second and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. But to jump right in, I'm going to talk about what's in my diaper bag. So obviously, being in quarantine, we don't go a ton of places. And if we do go places like out to run errands, we definitely try not to take my son in just to protect him as much as possible. My son was born in December, like the end of December, so I was already a little bit of a germaphobe. I am a nurse, so I'm even more of a germaphobe, I feel like. So even taking him out before all of this Corona started was few and far between. So we don't use the diaper bag a ton, but we always take it with us no matter if we're planning on getting out somewhere or not, just because, you know, every baby needs their diaper bag. My son in particular loves to have blowouts in his car seat, so we definitely have to have some of the necessities with us at all times. So just to get started, the diaper bag that we went with is made by Skip Hop. Put it up here. As you can see, it's just basic. It's a gray backpack. I chose this one because it isn't very feminine. I knew my husband wouldn't have a huge issue carrying it. I love that it's the backpack style so that you can be hands-free. You can throw it on your back and you can still carry baby and have your hands to do all the other things. I like the material it's made out of. It's water resistant or repellent, so it's easily wiped down if it gets dirty. If we do go somewhere and I feel like it got germs on it or whatever, I can spray it on with Lysol and not worry about it messing up the fabric. So I really like that about it. It's got a good amount of pockets. It's got the big center area with pockets in there. It's got 2 side pockets as well as these 2 outside pockets. I like that a lot. So I'm just gonna jump right in what's in here. So in the very front pocket, I usually keep some sort of diaper cream, just in case, my son's getting a little bit of diaper rash. All I have in here right now is Vaseline, which can obviously be used for diaper cream. You could use this for a million different things, but that's what I have in here right now. We haven't had a ton of diaper rash. That's not been a huge concern, but I do keep some sort of barrier in there. In the next pocket, I have usually bibs and burp cloths. So my son has reflux, not that needed to be treated by a doctor, obviously no medicine, but he does spit up a lot. It's getting better the older he's getting, but it's definitely still an issue we deal with, especially in the car. So I always keep a bib. I like these made by Green Sprouts. I like these a lot because they have this like really squishy absorbance. It's like foam, I guess, center. It definitely catches all those milk dribbles, which is great. This is made by Green Sprouts. I think I got these for like $7.99 on 3 of them, so not very expensive. And there's, just soft terry cloth. So definitely like these bibs if you have a spitter. I have a normal bib, again, just a terry cloth. These were made for me at one of my baby showers. They actually did different vinyls on all of them. This one says Milkivore, so really cute. But I definitely keep, a couple of different kinds of bibs in my diaper bag just because he is a spitter. So the other thing I think is really important is a burp cloth. I don't typically buy, traditional what are labeled as burp cloths because I don't feel like they're super absorbent. They're usually made of the same material as a bib, which works for small spits, but if you have a baby that spits up a lot, especially if they have reflux, you need something that's a little bit more absorbent. My most favorite thing to use in the world are these cloth diaper inserts. They are super absorbent and they're really big, so they'll cover your shoulder really nicely when you're burping baby. These are really inexpensive as well. I couldn't tell you a price, but you can get several of them in a pack and they're easily washable. You could bleach them if you needed to. Again, really absorbent. We usually keep 1 or 2 of these in the diaper bag. I only have 1 right now, I think because my son must have used the other one. So burp cloth of some kind is really important. The next thing in there in the big pocket in the front that I don't use as often are going to be these nursing pads. Now, obviously I'm breastfeeding my son. I have exclusively breastfed him since he was born. And in those early weeks into the first month or so, I had an oversupply of milk, as well as, my body was just still regulating the amount we needed. So I would leak breast milk all the time. And if you are a breastfeeding mama, you know how annoying that is to have a bra that is soaked through because of, when you have a letdown on one side, usually the other side has a letdown too. So breast milk pads are something I kept in there, and I just haven't taken them out. At the end of the day, they're not a bad thing to have, so I just leave them in there. But In the 2 side pockets for easy access, I usually keep my wallet in one of them. I just have this little wallet clutch that I've had forever. I've never been a big purse carrier just because I feel like it's one more thing to keep up with. Like if I'm out and about and shopping, I don't typically carry a purse. So having to carry a diaper bag, I obviously have to have my wallet too. So this fits in the side pocket really nice, and I can keep any and all of my necessities in this. So on the other side pocket, something I think is essential to anybody with a baby is gonna be these little, what I call poop bags. So this is made by Munchkin and Arm & Hammer. So these little bags, you just can throw a dirty diaper in. They have a small, a little bit of a scent fragrance to them. So you can put a dirty diaper in them. It kind of controls the smell and keeps it from going everywhere in your car if it is, a really bad blowout. So these are very inexpensive and very good to have. Another use for these would be if the poop or whatever got all over your kid's outfit and you had to change them on the go, you could put the outfit in here. Again, it would keep it from getting all of whatever is on the outfit all over the rest of the diaper bag or your car. So these are really great to have. I think I got this at Target for very, very few dollars. Maybe $5. So it also has a hook, so you can hook it on the outside if you need to. Moving to the other side of my diaper bag. My son's not a huge pacifier baby. He doesn't love a passy. He will take it. Usually he takes it around nap time for a couple of minutes just to help him fall asleep. So I do keep one in the diaper bag. I like this Wubba Nub one mainly because it's something for him to hold and cuddle. Also, it's attached to the Soothie brand pacifier. This is the brand that we use in the NICU I work in, so I am a little, again, partial. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm a NICU nurse, and I am partial to the products that we use. But I like this again because it, serves 2 purposes. It's kind of a stuffed animal for him to play with or snuggle, and it has the pacifier on the end. So in the big front pocket. So anytime we go somewhere, we had the fear we might need to change a diaper. So this diaper bag is great because it actually came with a changing pad that has a special space right in the back. It fits right in the back of the diaper bag, doesn't take very much room up. This one is soft, it's not super long, but it's long enough to get the diaper changed. So it's great, it's easy to get to, it fits right in this special back pocket that's made for it. So great little feature of this diaper bag. I think one of the other things you have to have in your diaper bag, again, if you have a baby that likes to poop out of their diaper every time you go somewhere, is a change of clothes. I typically put an outfit that I don't like to dress him in a ton just because the clothes that he has, I like to put him in those all the time. So I choose something that, I like, but it's not necessarily one of my favorites. This is just a basic onesie. It's bright orange, so it's great for summer, but basic onesie, just to get us by until we can get home, basically. So I also keep a pair of socks in here just because, sometimes we go somewhere if it's chilly or, if we have the AC running in the car, his toes might get cold. So I always keep socks. So the other thing we keep in the diaper bag, especially now that he's playing a lot more, are toys, something to entertain him with. So even if we're just going for a short little car ride, 20 or 30 minutes, he will get bored in the back of the car, especially if he's sitting back there by himself. So I try to keep a couple of different options. I like this little cloth book. I got this for him at Target. I like it because it's got the crinkle paper in it. He loves that. It's got different textures. This one is all about sea animals, so it has the different fins and horns and different things. Anyway, lots of different textures and colors for him to play with. He can put his mouth all over this, slobber all over it, and I can just throw it in the wash. So I like this toy, especially in the car. I do like that it has this little Velcro tab, so if you have like an infant car seat, you could hang this from the bar or the handle that goes across it, and it would be in his face and kind of keep him entertained. So that's a great little feature. This is probably his favorite toy, and it's probably the cheapest thing we own, but it's the O-Ball. It's a very popular baby toy. It definitely, keeps him entertained because it's got the little rattle balls in it, and it's easy for him to grab. So he can put both hands in it and hold on to it without, he's still working on those fine motor skills. So holding things can be difficult. So this one's really great for that. Again, he can slobber all over it. It can't hurt him, great little car toy. We actually use this inside too, so I have to move it back and forth out of the diaper bag because it's one of his favorites. So the other little toy I keep in here is just like a little ring rattle toy. It's got bumps and lines on it for texture. It's also got this rubber part at the top, so that he can chew on it. He's not really teething per se, but he does want to put everything in his mouth. So this is kind of soft for him to, you know, gum, I guess, put his gums on. So just a, you know, a couple little toys to keep in there. The most important thing in any diaper bag obviously is going to be diapers. So I do keep obviously diapers and wipes in my diaper bag too. I have just a few. I like the Pampers ones. Again, if you watch my diaper review, you'll know that I am partial to Pampers. And since we don't go a ton of places, these have probably been in there for a while. So I need to make sure that in a few months or a few weeks, probably when my son outgrows a size 3, that I need to put some size 4s in here. But just a couple of diapers, obviously wipes. These wipes, again, have been in there for a while. I like the Huggies brand that have the flip top though, because they stay moist and they're not gonna dry out. The last thing I have in my diaper bag is gonna be a blanket. So we have a ton of these Aiden and Anai brand muslin blankets. I used them all the time when he was little. I would swaddle him in them. He was a big baby, so I had to have a little bit bigger of a blanket. And that's the thing I really like about these, is they are rather large for a baby blanket. So they cover up a lot. So if you are, like, let's say in an infant carrier and you want to just cover them, let's say from the sun or rain while you walk into a store, this would cover the entire car seat. Obviously you want to be careful with covering your car seat just for ventilation. You don't want to leave it covered for any length of time, but for a short walk from the car to the store, that would work. I like them because they're soft and cuddly, so if he is trying to fall asleep in the car, I can kind of cover his legs up with this, and he still won't nap because my son hates the car and doesn't like to nap. But you know, it's always good to have a blanket. I can spread it out on the floor if we go to grandma's house and have, you know, a clean place for him to kind of roll around and that kind of thing. So I always keep one of these in the bag. That is the entire contents of my diaper bag. Like I said, we don't go a ton of places, having been in quarantine pretty much my son's entire life, but we do keep these things in there all the time just for on the go. If you are an experienced mama and you see something I don't have that I really need to have, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to get some advice. I'm always looking for advice as a first-time mama. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And also, if you'd like to hear some more content about mom and baby stuff or even NICU topics, I would love to do some more videos. So hope you guys have a great day.